Boomer Benz in that guitarist. That Michael Gonzalez is not very good. Those horn players are great. They saved the band.
Hey, this is Redbar coming to you live from the Comedy Mothership here in Austin, Texas, for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe!
Who's ready for the best fucking night of their lives tonight, huh? Yeah! Fuck yeah! Make some
Somebody shoot him! We're going to have some amazing Tony stuff coming up this year. I could smell it. He's going to go crazy.
Red Band, ladies and gentlemen. How about one more time for the best damn band in the land, huh? Groove Line Horns, Raul Vallejo,
Groove Line
fucking
Horns.
Carlos Sosa, and Fernando Castillo on the horns tonight. Michael Gonzalez on the drums. Matt Muelling on the electric guitar. John Dees on the keys. And this is indeed D Madness on the bass guitar, live in the flesh. The one and the only. This is indeed still the
He's never, if you listen to D Madness's bass track isolated, this is all that it is. Boom, 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 boom. You're only hearing the thump of it. It's all out of key. It's all out of, he can't see. This is what it is. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. We're lucky that it goes to the rhythm, but that's all it goes.
number one live podcast in the world. Kill Tony, brought to you by Squarespace, Blue Chew, Prize Picks, Game Time, Talkspace, and Zippix. Who would have guessed? More sponsors than ever.
Ooh, that's a good thing.
Very fun episode planned for you.
Disgusting.
Before
You
we
see
get
how they
started,
be?
here's a little bit more from the amazing sponsors that made
We
it.
don't need more sponsors than that. You don't need any. You're selling tickets for a live show. Use that as the money. Why must you do this? You know, we're 3 minutes into your show. It's just been sponsors. Why are you all so greedy?
One, these are two guys that I've worked with for literally 17 goddamn years at the Comedy Store all around LA and all around the country. Make some noise for two of my favorite comedians, Rick Glassman and Jeff Dye. Yeah, baby. Rick Glassman.
He's smoking a cigar.
Jeff Dye.
Look at this animal, and what a shot. There are so many of these that you could frame. You crop them, you make them nice. That's art, okay? The only thing that would make this better is if it was done by a nude artist. An older woman. Okay, Rick Glassman. One of my favorites. He doesn't get covered enough. We found Rick Glassman. We were introduced to Ricky Glassman. Ricky! Shmee! All the best at Marshall Carpet One. Remember all the Ricky Glassman stuff. Remember when I bought a hat from Rick Glassman, Marshall Carpet One hat? And what did he send me? He sent me a penis hat from Amazon or something.
He pranked you.
Well, he stole my money. We purchased a Marshall Carpet One hat. He refused to send it to me because he saw my name. I purchase everything with my name and address. I do it very fair. And he went on Amazon. He bought a $2 hat with, it was like a blank hat. And on the tag, it had a small penis.
Got your
And this
ass.
is what he sent to me. You're lucky I didn't go to the police because you'd be in jail.
Yep.
You still owe me either my money or the hat that I ordered. I could have had your Shopify taken from you. But now they're a sponsor here on Kill Tony. Look at Jeff Dye's face. It's scrunched up. He just walked in, smoking cigars, timed out. He timed out walking out and taking the puff. He thought about that for a week. Oh, when I come out with this cigar, it's going to be cinema. Look at this again. They couldn't be further opposites. This is talk about two comics you'd never see talking to each other. The autistic, crazy, zany, off the wall, absurd Rick Glassman, and the almost, couldn't see a piece of art if he was at the art museum. Jeff Dye. He know nothing about no creativity. Look how he walks out. Watch this.
Glassman and Jeff Dye. Yeah, baby. Rick Glassman.
Oh. And you know what? His eyes are tearing up. He almost started coughing. He almost started spazzing.
Yeah, baby.
Stay cool.
Rick Glassman.
Oh, burning his eyes. Look at him. Look.
Jeff Dye.
Give me Jeff.
We're going to have some fun.
That's his eyes burning from the stupid smoke that he blew a giant cloud of in his own face and walked through. That's what that is. Look.
Jeff Dye. We're going to have some fun tonight. Very, very excited about this. The boys are back in town. Hello.
Okay,
Welcome.
now the need to know information here is we met Rick Glassman because of Tony. Rick Glassman had a podcast. We had never heard of Rick Glassman. All of a sudden, Tony Hinchcliffe was a guest on Take Your Shoes Off with Rick Glassman. It's one of Rick's first ever episodes. And it turns out him and Tony have a long past together. So he invites Tony on his show to go over their troubled, rocky past. So at the Comedy Store, Tony hated Rick. He despised him. Rick would always be doing these absurdist, really silly, really avant-garde to Tony, in Tony's eyes. A silly, ridiculous Andy Kaufman bullshit, prop-ridden mystery acts where he'd go up there and the whole crowd would hate it and he'd annoy the crowd and do really annoying, repetitive jokes and ring fucking cowbells and shit. And Tony hated that because Tony's a real comic, right? He's a writer. He lives for the art. He likes traditionalism in his stand-up. So he despised Rick, and he bullied Rick at the Comedy Store. He wouldn't let Rick, get on spots. He'd get mad when Rick would go up. And Rick invited him on his show. This is like one of the first episodes of Rick's podcast. And he confronts Tony on all this past stuff. And we saw a really weird Tony. We watched this all on the show. And here they are for the first time since that confrontation on Rick's podcast. However, it was never resolved. They didn't leave the podcast liking each other. Rick left going, well, this guy's a douche and I still hate him. And he's a big bully to me. And Tony left with, this is just another silly idiot. But Tony didn't want that bad PR from Rick as Rick started growing, okay? So now here Rick is on Kill Tony, something Tony never wanted, but he has to do it because Rick has some clout now, okay? Tony made the biggest mistake of his life having him on. It was horrible for Tony. Rick annoyed Tony at every turn. Rick degrades the show. He mocks the show. He mocks Ari Matti. He mocks the high, faux masculinity thing that's going on with these guys. He's mocking their political beliefs, and he's taken them for quite a ride, although bombing along the way, annoying Kill Tony fans along the way. They did not appreciate his slapstick. They didn't even see where the joke was. They can't see Jewish humor. This is not silly Jewish humor that's based on a guy rambling. To Rick and to me and to Larry David, it doesn't get any better than that. That's all comedy needs to be for us. To Kill Tony fans, they need to see a black person get called a watermelon. That's really. Now, I like it all. I like all that kind of comedy. I like the black people getting watermelons tossed at their fucking skulls. I like cops smashing watermelons with their knee.
Okay.
And I like what Rick does as well. I find Jewish humor to always be top tier, profitable humor. So Rick is on. Jeff Dye don't get none of that. Jeff Dye, everything out of his mouth is a complete bomb. And Rick antagonizes Tony. He annoys Tony. He loses the audience, and he keeps making Tony go nuts on this beautiful show that was gifted to me the same week that Josh and Netta break up. So couldn't be happier. Let's see what happens.
Good evening. Hi, Rick Glassman.
A little.
Already starting.
He's very silly, folks. Get ready for the silliness of Rick Glassman. He's a wild
Tony
little...
is so afraid of silly. You know, Tony, you're very silly in the eyes of Jared Taylor. You know, in the eyes of those conservatives, you're the Rick Glassman to those people watching you at the Trump rally. You're like a clown to them.
Anna and Dasha were disgusted.
Oh, yeah.
by you.
Anna and Dasha from Red Scare go, so yeah, there was this guy, Tony Hinchcliffe, and they were there at MSG that day. There was this guy, Tony Hinchcliffe, there, and he was so bad. And then Dasha's like, yeah, he was like the worst comedian I've ever seen. And then they went on, they're like, who is he anyway? And they talked about you as if you were the shittiest comic they've ever heard of. So I just want you to, and they're diehard Trump fans. So don't think that everyone who likes Trump loves you. That is not the way this is working.
Silly, folks.
Look at this.
Get ready for the silliness of Rick Glassman. He's a wild little boy, very goofy. I'm prepping them for you.
This is not a good intro. Well, what an asshole. He's a wild little boy, very goofy. Most everything out of his mouth is nonsense, so don't even pay attention to him. He's a joke. That's what you should have said. And look at Rick. He's like, come on, man. Talk about the fuck kind of setup is this? You're setting me up for failure here. You're telling the audience right now, no. He's no good.
Of Rick Glassman. He's a wild little boy, very goofy. I'm prepping them for you.
Yeah. Thanks.
It really takes the air out of it when you say that.
It's like my girlfriend's parents in high school. Like, he's a nice guy.
See this thing that he's doing? This? To us, that's hilarious. That's Jewish comedy. Just going... Kill Tony Fett. That is not any sort of comedy to them. The way Rick acts is not funny to them whatsoever. But a retard, a literal retard, going, duh, 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 is hilarious. They love that. They cheer that on.
Thanks.
It really takes the air out of it when you say that.
It's like my girlfriend's parents in high school. Like, he's a nice guy.
How about a hand for Jeff Dye, ladies and gentlemen? He's here.
Like this. I am not a crook.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, brother.
We're going to have fun. You guys have both been on this show before. You know how it works.
Wait, Rick's been on?
Over 220.
Is that true? I don't remember Rick ever being on Kill Tony. I don't remember that at all.
6 comedians signed up tonight in this bucket. They are lined up at a bar across the street. If I pull one of their names out...
Ah, the wonderful Heidi.
Lovely Heidi, everybody. Isn't it great? The sausage fest that we have here.
Men in women's sports.
It's nice to have some fucking meat sauce in the mix.
Okay. Heidi comes out, this whore they hired. I mean, really, she's the, what do they call that? Like the lead prostitute of the hen house. What do they call that woman? There's a name for her. In all proper brothels, there's a leadership woman who runs the girls. She is this for those strip clubs they promote. She's like the head liaison to the ladies.
Like the madame.
The madame, yeah. She sells the girls. She goes around. Her job is to sell the girls to the high rollers at the club. For real. She like manages that aspect of, oh, would you like a dance with the beautiful Roberta here? I can, let's talk some business here. Thank you. And takes the credit card. So she comes out and Tony goes, the wonderful Heidi. She's so gorgeous. And then listen to what he says here.
How about a hand for the lovely Heidi, everybody? Isn't it great? The sausage fest that we have here. It's nice to have some fucking meat sauce in the mix.
The sausage fest we have here. It's nice to have some meat. So this is men and women's sports confirmed. Why is she meat sauce in the mix? How is she meat? You just said she had meat, which is the term for men. Meat sauce in the mix. Here we are.
It's nice to have some fucking meat sauce in the mix. I don't know if that makes any sense. Meat sauce and sausage doesn't really mix well together.
So you're not doing any better after this big Trump win. You're just not. You're worse than ever. How does that make any sense? You're the king of the world now. You're part of his cabinet.
I don't know if that makes any sense. Meat sauce and sausage doesn't really mix well together.
What?
Some peppers, some spicy peppers up here with all the sausage. Anyway, if I pull their name out of the bucket, we wrangled them from across the street.
So Rick hates stuff like that, although he is a very degenerate man when it comes to women. Don't let this beta look fool you. He's not like a big sweetheart to women. I believe he is a user and an abuser of women. I do. Like mentally, at the very least. No, I don't think he physically abuses them, but I think he's very mentally abusive. I bet he runs you through hoops.
Lots of confusion.
And he's not a faux hunk. He's a hunk. He's out there. Rick, he's always he's always. You know, you got to remember Rick from where he started. He started on Undateable with Rick Glassman. I mean, with Chris D'Elia. And it was called Undateable. Remember Chris D'Elia's sitcom on NBC? Rick Glassman was in it. It's called Undateable. Yeah, I know. I could see why now. Why Chris was so undateable, yeah. But that won't stop him. Undateable. But that's not going to stop him. So Rick Glassman was on that show, and during that period, Rick was way more of a sports guy. Like, he was trying to be, this is like his newest look. He didn't used to do this nerdy thing. He was way more like he would wear sports clothes. His hair wasn't as curly and goofy. He would try to like suave it up. And the type of glasses he wore were much more, it was different. He wasn't this like weakling nerd guy.
Shoulders were way bigger.
Yeah, he used to work out all the time, and he was a dating guy. I mean, that was his main, like, hitting on chicks and impressing chicks and getting chicks to laugh at him. He wouldn't stop. That was his. So you always got to remember that Rick Glassman is there too. So he's not, it's not like he's the savior of women who's kind to women. I don't think so at all. He's a selfish lover.
Anyway, if I pull their name out of the bucket, we wrangled them from across the street. And they get 60 seconds on this stage, uninterrupted. You know their time is up and you hear the sound of a kitten. That means they have to wrap it up then, or else they bring out the angry West Hollywood bear, which interrupts them, and the first name is pulled. I conduct an interview with them. We find out more about them.
Okay,
Anything
we know
can
this.
happen.
Should we keep listening?
Stars are born on this show.
Do you want to see Ari Matti's?
Of
Yes,
course.
you have to. Yes.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yep.
Here we go. Ari Matti's coming up. And I do not trust this guy at all. Keep an eye on Ari Matti. We've been following him closely. Trouble, trouble, trouble. And you got to hear his little routine. You know, it's starting to get a little too much with this one particular subject.
Embarrassments happen on this show. The whole thing's improvised. Are you guys ready to start tonight's fucking episode?
Or what?
Let's go!
Well, let the fun begin, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a big, crazy week. There has been a lot that has happened.
The best week.
A presidential election. A lot of fun stuff happening. And there's a lot of talk about immigration and our borders and becoming a citizen here in the United States of America. But I can damn well guarantee that after this long week that we've had, that this first comedian doing a minute for you tonight will indeed become a citizen.
He's talking about Ari Matti. He doesn't understand the difference between getting a visa and being a citizen. He just thinks, oh, yeah, you got to apply to just be a citizen here. By the way, I don't know this. If you could help me look into this. I don't think Ari Matti is illegal on any sort of visa right now. He's just here illegally doing work. That's what I gather from all this. Can anyone confirm that Ari has any sort of legal right to work in the United States? You know, this is a guy who wants to, you just heard him on his new special. I can't wait till we send the immigrants to Mars. Well, here you are with what I think could be an illegal immigrant, Ari Matti, overstaying his little trip and working and earning money here in America on American soil. I'm not sure why that's something Tony is breaking the law. Joe and Tony both breaking the law for an illegal immigrant. If this person was brown and didn't do comedy, they'd want him sent back. And I do too, but fair is fair. I want Ari Matti kicked out of this country as well. Can somebody look into whatever his, can he be checked? Can somebody check? Does he have any legal right to work in this country right now?
He probably just has to leave by a certain date.
But I don't think you're allowed to
That's
work
coming up.
in another country without
you
having
can
a
get,
work
like, a
visa.
visa
But I
for a
don't think he
certain
has
time.
that. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he has anything. I think he just came here and they're letting him work here. I don't think he has a work visa. He made a few comments during this. We'll see if we can catch him, where it sounds like he's here just fully illegally. Okay, let's find out. Well, that's what I'm saying.
United
Just check.
States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, to start tonight's show, I present to you a brand new minute from the Estonian assassin. This is Ari Matti.
I don't understand why somebody doing comedy for 7 to 11 years is a new guy. I thought Kill Tony was beginner comics. We're watching the beginning of their career. Just because Ari is from another country doesn't mean he's a new comic. This doesn't make any sense. There's no other regular on the show that Tony's promoting that has been doing comedy for 7 years. That's really weird. And we're up there cheering him on as if he just started and wow, you're doing really good for just starting. This is he talks about how he was a professional comedian in Estonia. And now Tony is giving him this opportunity as if he's this little kid who needs our help. Very weird. Look at this. Look at his move. Listen
Hello.
to
Any ladies here on OnlyFans?
this. Listen to this.
If
This
you're not
OnlyFans
on
stuff.
OnlyFans, you are stupid.
The pimp's plea. We got to talk about this OnlyFans thing. This is how you could spot a guy. Now listen, I'll let him finish the bit. But remember the OnlyFans thing. Listen to this. Listen what he says to women. This is what he thinks of women.
Any ladies here on OnlyFans? If you're not on OnlyFans, you are stupid. It's free money.
Free money.
Upload that pussy.
Upload that pussy.
Sometimes I see a homeless lady on 6th Street. I'm like, lady, you don't need to be here. You're sitting on oil, lady. Upload that pussy.
Okay. I'll tell you, Rick Glassman does not like this kind of comedy. However, he acts like this off stage, I think. Very similar to Logan Paul's Big Mike. When OnlyFans, when those stories started coming out about girls making millions on OnlyFans, you heard about Tana, you heard about Corinna Kampf, and you've heard about all the countless ladies making such big bucks to degrade themselves, to put themselves in the, probably the last, position they'd ever want to be in. To do this stuff, to make some money, but you got people like Big Mike and Ari Matti going, they're walking around like pimps. Every girl they meet, do you do OnlyFans? Oh, you should. What are you doing? You're shitting on free money. So that's all you think they're good for, huh? Would you get naked in front of a bunch of fucking people? I mean, think about that. If someone came to you and they're like, dude, you should just get naked for money. Oh, you don't think I could do anything else for money that wouldn't require the most embarrassing thing a person could do? It's really telling about guys. They don't see it. They're so caught up in this momentum of money and pussy. But it is a nasty, kind of gross thing to tell a girl to do. And you might be going, Mike, it's not just a joke. This is how these people think. We've heard these guys say this. Remember Hawk Tua? Every fucking comic. Dude, she should start an OnlyFans. Oh, she should become a prostitute? Okay. Your mom should start an OnlyFans. How about that? I mean, I don't understand why this is such an easy thing for people to suggest to a girl. It's just a crazy thing to do. You should do porn for money. When would you have ever said that? So because the money is decent enough, they should drop everything and do that? You know, there's just something about that. There's something about the type of guy that doesn't even think before going up to a girl and going, dude, just do OnlyFans. What are you, an idiot?
Here! You're sitting on oil, lady! Upload that pussy!
But it's like, you can make a ton of money on OnlyFans too, being gay. Go be gay naked stuff. Why don't you do that? You're sitting on oil. You're sitting on cum. Could you imagine if somebody suggested this to you? To do OnlyFans? You'd look at them like they were nuts.
Upload that pussy! I have a friend, he's dating one of those OnlyFans girls, and when they started dating, he made her quit OnlyFans. And he's one of those crypto, the future. Ooh. Now they're in a one-bedroom apartment with 2 cats. What an idiot.
Wait, that's the... Now he's in an apartment with 2 cats. Redbar has 2 cats. Yes. 3 cats. I don't know what this cat thing is about.
Now they're in a one-bedroom apartment with 2 cats. What an idiot. Dude, if I ever get a wife, kids, I don't give a fuck. Every pussy in this household is going online.
Oh.
Really?
If I ever get a wife and a kid, every pussy in this house is going online. So you want the child, your daughter, to become a porn star. That is CP, pedophilia. There he is. And believe me, they're calling people pedophiles for much less than this. Send this to Kino Casino. Send this to Kiwi Farms. He'd be doomed.
Every pussy in this household is going online. Stand still, baby girl. We need a new kitchen. I'm like the Vince McMahon of pussy. This is a family business. Okay. Thank you very much.
He wants to sell his daughter's
Ari Matti
pussy.
Showing us how it's done. Welcome, Ari.
What's up, my friend? Happy you're alive.
Showing us how it's done. That's how it's done to Tony. Pussy! I mean, what a jackass.
The worst shit I've ever
I mean,
heard
really, that is like a parody of an obnoxious asshole white male that you would see them doing as a joke, and you'd get mad at that they're saying you're like that.
Welcome,
go back 10 seconds. Rick debuts the secondhand Fool Sip.
The secondhand Fool Sip. Brand new Fool Sip just dropped. It's the second-hand Fool Sip. Surely this has happened before. I can't believe we missed it. This is where somebody it does the fool's move, and the person watching takes the Fool Sip on their behalf. Watch this. This is Ari Matti ending his set. Watch Rick.
Man of pussy, this is a family business. Thank you very much.
Watch
Ari
Rick.
Matti showing us how it's done.
Oh.
Welcome.
Open-eyed. If it's open-eyed, it's FS. Look at this again.
Us how it's done.
Watch Rick.
Welcome, Ari.
What's up?
Ooh. What did we call that?
Secondhand fool
Second-hand fool sip, of course. Look at Jeff Dye over there. He barely says a word. He barely says a word. Do we keep playing here?
I guess we should go faster. You can go to 10:30.
10:30. My old bedtime. Okay, let's see what happens.
Behovel, bitch.
Okay.
OnlyFans is something because it makes
Keep
you
an eye
pay.
on Rick.
You can't get what you want on free porn sites.
Yeah, but there's that excitement.
Rick begins to mock. So look at this.
Yeah, but there's that excitement.
He's mocking. Okay, so Tony kind of knows. Look at this here. Look at Tony. So Rick goes, oh, you guys are edgy. And look at Tony's little face here. He doesn't quite know. See, Tony can't figure out Rick's type of comedy. He doesn't know when he's being mocked. Watch this. Ooh, you see that little shifty eye thing? Watch Tony. Ooh. Ha 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 ha. We've seen that in film. So Rick is openly mocking the toxic masculinity of Kill Tony right now, and he's going to continue to do that. Let's see what happens. Ooh, and Ari Matti kind of knows. Look at Ari Matti's face here. You know, Ari Matti don't want to be talked to like that by some beta. So Rick is already starting to mock Ari's hacky man's material. And Ari's kind of like, oh yeah? You got a problem with my debate, bitch? Look at that. Oops, see, not happy.
You see what I mean? Anyway, Ari, a fantastic set.
I tried my first Twinkie yesterday.
Your first Twinkie?
First Twinkie.
Oh, okay.
Not the gay, not you.
Right.
I mean,
Twinkie. Yeah, Red Band tried to make it
Yeah.
a kindergarten fucking joke.
the thing with the cream.
Yeah. How did you feel about your first Twinkie?
I see why you guys are fat.
Yeah.
What a cute name for a heinous result. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It really is.
Twinkie black.
I'm pretty sure RFK Jr. is about to label it with fentanyl. I don't think Twinkies are going to be that available in the very near future, Jeff.
Are you talking about actual Twinkies?
Twinkie. It's the cream that's in the middle.
All right. It's a hell of an adjustment. Where OnlyFans this and then a fucking a Twinkie joke.
Yeah. Straight into it.
I thought it was like something I didn't know from like.
So Glassman is making decisions. He's doing taxes up there. He's trying to figure out, how do I handle these pieces of shit? I am surrounded by fucking morons. I am the rich, powerful Jewish Rick Glassman. I can't stand this. Ari knows he don't like being judged by the likes of Rick Glassman. Tony don't know what to do. He doesn't know what's going on no more.
Porn or something, but you're just talking about actual Twinkies.
Actual Twinkie. I tried it yesterday. Yeah, apparently a big thing here.
What made you try it?
A black guy offered it to me.
A black guy?
Yeah.
A black? Hey, what up? Want a Twinkie?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Anything a black man offers, I accept.
Wow.
Been there.
Oh. Look at Tony. So Tony thinks, okay, I get it. Tony Kamala Harris's, and you'll see this. Look at this. We've seen this before. This is, in fact, a fake laugh. This is not a real laugh. He despises Rick. He doesn't get what Rick's doing at all yet. This is Candyman. This is farewell to the flesh. This is join me. This is no different than Kamala Harris, his biggest enemy. Wow. I mean, kill him. Kill Tony.
I got 3 words for this room, and that is upload that pussy.
Okay. All right. That was Ari's big tagline. Upload that pussy. Okay. Really cool. Look what Rick does. He's been sitting on this one.
He earned my love for one day with this one.
Yeah. Look at the powerful. I mean, look how hot Rick Glassman is here.
I know.
Watch what he does. He decides, I'm going to start picking on these homos. Watch this.
I got 3 words for this room, and that is upload that pussy. Oh,
That's right.
Is it, or are you kind of worried now? Do you kind of pick up on this? Not Rick's cup of tea, huh? Jeff, I don't get it. What?
No.
Dude, that's his punchline, though. That's exactly what he said, though. Weird. Comedians can be weird.
That is
shirt.
That's right. That is
Shirt.
That is correct. Ari Matti, you've done it
Thank you so
again.
much.
Another amazing new minute.
Okay, now skip ahead
Donald
to
Trump!
1550.
Okay, 1550.
I'm
See
going
what
fast.
happens here. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, Rick is going to do a little bit more mocking. Oh, this is bad. This, you know, it's so great when you have Rick, Jeff Dye, Tony Hinchcliffe, Ari Matti, all in one line. You know, that's my dream lineup there. One of my dream lineups. You're going to watch Rick degrade and really debase Jeff Dye. So it's a 2-for-1 here. Watch this.
Oh, yeah, that's good for you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Even though your name's Carlos Lopez, you're excited about this.
It's my type of Carlos.
Hell yeah.
I'm Mexican the same way I have a big dick. For some people, it's too much.
Wait. I'll say it, and I know this is on me. I know this is on me. I don't understand, and I really want to. Could you say it differently? You're Mexican, like you have a big dick, and then you said something else about. You remind me like. Have you been on Shark Tank?
Rick's
Have I
favorite
been to
show.
Shark Tank?
Have you guys seen the Shark Tank where the guy's like watering trees and they're like, why don't you charge $10? And he's like, because we're talking about farmers. And they all start crying.
Oh, yeah.
You got that kind of dick energy, dude.
Yeah.
Or just energy.
Yeah.
It could be. Is it too much? Because some people it is.
No, it's
That's the part I just
fantastic.
that's the part I
It's
didn't
great,
get.
Carlos. Indeed. So you're saying you do have a big dick?
Right.
For some people.
That makes sense.
Keep an eye on Rick.
Panel.
That's a great answer.
Ooh, so this is a mock. Now, I just saw Jeff take a dive. Jeff Dive, they're calling him. So watch Glassman's little mock of the manliness. Watch this.
Sense.
Not for
Checks
this
out.
panel.
That's a great answer.
So he's mocking. Look, and Tony knows now. So it's a great answer about the guy's dick. What?
No, it's
That's the part I just
fantastic.
don't- that's the part I
It's
didn't
great,
get.
Carlos. Indeed. So you're saying you do have a big dick?
For some people.
Watch this. Watch out, Costa.
That makes sense.
Not for
Checks
this
out.
panel.
That's a great answer.
Jeff takes a dive.
dick.
It really is.
Ooh. You voluntarily went down on Glassman, but when he started holding your head, you realized, oh no, not the position I want to be in. Not Jeff Dye, not the last cowboy.
Great answer.
Suck my dick. Suck
Really
my
is.
dick.
Oh.
Because of the type of audience that this is.
Absolutely.
Whoa! Suck my dick, because of the type of audience this is. Rapists. Look at that. Now look at Tony when he says this. Let's see that again.
Suck my dick. Suck
Really
my
is.
dick. Because of the type of audience that this is.
Absolutely.
That'll be the
Oh,
last.
Absolutely. He doesn't know what this means. He's not following. He hasn't got an ounce of sleep in 10 months.
Dick. Suck
Really
my
is.
dick. Because of the type of audience that this is.
Absolutely.
That'll be the last time I yes and any improv with Rick Kunk.
You went into my dick. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I shoved your fucking head down here.
regretted it. You know?
You can't suck my dick and then be like, Rick sucks.
I'm just happy I'm not the gay one for a change.
Oh, you're the gay one. You're the extreme homo all the time.
Very aggressive.
So, Carlos, what else is going on?
Okay,
what have you been doing for fun?
3703.
3703. And we've got here on this 11th hour, going into the 12th hour of Red Bar. 3703, we've got, okay, Tony starts picking up on Rick's behavior. He doesn't really want to put up with it much longer.
Do you think you'd be autistic and ADHD if you were raised differently?
No, yeah.
I don't know.
It's genetic.
Maybe. I would think so.
Watch Tony.
I'm pretty sure that I have something called Ehlers-Danlos as
Flexible
well. So.
joints.
Okay, Rick, just hold on.
We got the expert here.
We have to get the information from the
Yeah.
people here. Like when I ask him a question, you have to wait until
There's that fake laugh. So now you see all these guys do this fake laugh when they're actually in pain. They try to hide it with this fake laugh. Nothing more despicable than a fake laugh. A laugh is supposed to be the most honest. What did you always learn about a laugh, even when you were a young child? It's involuntary. So a fake laugh is deceit at the highest level. A fake laugh is as good as a lie. You are lying to manipulate with a fake laugh. So Tony is obviously frustrated with Rick for butting in for the 15th time. And now he's going to explode at Rick.
I'm pretty sure that I have something called Ehlers-Danlos
with a fake laugh.
Joints.
Okay, Rick, just hold on.
We got the expert here.
We have to get the information from the people here. Like when I ask him a question, you have to wait until they answer.
I couldn't fake laugh if my life depended on it. That's how honest I am. I have a hard time fake laughing. I could barely smile. So the people who are constantly cackling, beware, beware. They're pulling something.
Answer.
It's just...
So what the fuck do you think you have?
It's Ehlers-Danlos. It's like a connective tissue thing where you have.
It really is? Oh my God. I thought Rick was kidding for sure.
You know.
What are the odds you were being serious on that one?
Ooh. And he's been treating Rick like crap since the beginning. We've passed over a lot of it, but he's been treating Rick like crap. And now, he's making a joke out of this poor Ricky.
I know I'm responsible for the reputation I have, but at some point you have to look at yourself and be like, maybe Rick does know about flexible joints.
Not for me.
Upload that!
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's happening. Can you show us
See,
some...
he wants to say, let's get out of that. Oh, no. So upload that pussy. Rick goes to this every time he's, feeling the pain from these boys. Do we keep playing or we go to the next one here?
I'm trying to pick out the best ones only, but oh my God.
Yep.
Go to 4555.
4555. Let's see what we got here. Hold on, I gotta scroll. We're scrolling. Okay, yeah. So Rick's got another slam for Tony. Cam Patterson at bat.
I had a hot 30 seconds.
Patterson bringing up the fourth greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James. I gotta tell you, no doubt about it.
Wait, what did he do? What happened?
Tony thinks 1, 2, and 3.
Wait, what did he do? So what did LeBron James do? Did he do something
I think
lefty?
he retweeted something about Tony's Puerto Rico thing.
Oh,
or
okay.
Even said
So
something about it.
Tony
straight
goes
up.
out of his way to say, oh, the fourth best basketball player. We hate LeBron now because he didn't like me.
I gotta
So
tell
LeBron James hates Tony?
I think so.
Hell yeah. See, Tony he didn't want LeBron James hating him. Tony doesn't want all these famous people hating him. And a lot of famous people do now. And I know they're on the left. Listen, nobody, even these guys, if they're in entertainment, they don't want half of entertainment hating them. They never wanted that. They wanted love from everybody. So this kills them inside that they're being rejected by their peers.
you, no doubt about it.
Wait, what did he do? What happened?
Tony thinks 1, 2, and 3's Trump.
Ooh, okay, here it is. Listen to this. LeBron James is the fourth best basketball player.
Greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James. I gotta tell you, no doubt about it.
Wait, what did he do? What happened?
Tony thinks 1, 2, and 3's Trump.
Ooh. Showing how Tony's been a little Trump dick sucker, huh? which is, it's not even cool to the biggest Trump guys. They're like, yeah, you're a little, lay off our Trump a little bit. And so, yeah, I'm glad Glassman took that swing.
No
there.
doubt about it.
What did he do? What happened?
Tony thinks 1, 2, and 3's Trump.
Is he? What the fuck is going on here?
Okay.
Just a guy dancing.
Very good, guys. We really went a little wild on that one.
Just did the rope.
I thought you were the roast master. I thought you loved the roast. You know, when David Lucas first started roasting Tony, he hated it. It wasn't until Joe Rogan rewrote history, claiming when they go back and forth, it's like these guys love each other and they love the roast. No, they don't. Tony did this out of desperation because David Lucas was ripping him apart episode after episode. So Tony started pretending that he loves it. He hates being roasted by anybody.
Very good, guys. We really
See?
went a little wild on that one.
No, they didn't.
Trump doesn't play basketball. What the fuck was that about?
It's Jordan.
Ooh. An attempt from Di. Did you hear that? This is one of Di's few little attempts.
Trump doesn't play basketball. What the fuck was that about?
It's Jordan.
Go ahead.
Trump.
Jordan.
That's Rick's
It's
joke.
Jordan. John Stockton.
Oh, I knew you were gonna throw a white guy in there somewhere. He was coming.
Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
And then LeBron James. No doubt about it. If you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have told you he was the second best of all time.
Oh, he did post that bullshit.
I
now.
hate these white little nerds who think they know all about basketball. Please, seriously. You know, talk about cultural appropriation. That's Tony. Oh, I'm a basketball fiend. That disgusts me. All right, what's our next code here?
Should we just skip ahead to the David Lucas part? 01-24-46.
01-24-46. Here comes David
But Rick
Lucas.
chickens out in a basketball game against Cam.
Yes, that was a big scene in this. Cam Patterson challenged Rick Glassman to a basketball game after Rick was bragging about his b-ball skills. And Rick really pushed out, couldn't think of how to get himself out of it in a funny way.
Oh, wait, before we do this one, you should go to 01-05-35.
Okay. And that's going to be...
Just the crazy way he smokes. his
Okay,
cigar.
watch Jeff Dye. Jeff Dye is going to take a big puff. Now, he's at the Comedy Mothership, and they're abusing this rule, you know, this allowance of being able to smoke if you're in a theater production. This is not a theater production, but they, you know, people bend the rules for this, and they think that this is a loophole. Now, it is not a loophole. You can't just smoke cigars and smoke cigarettes just because you're sitting on the stage. It has to be part of a theatrical production, okay? It has to be part of the script, part of the art that without it would, you know, hurt the play. It is not for comedians to be able to smoke inside, okay, while they all sit there. Jeff Dye brings his giant stogie. He's been puffing at it all night. Now, the Comedy Mothership, you know, cut to the wide. The audience is sitting like right where my desk ends. There's not much room. I mean, they're really shoved in close to the stage. You'll see this. Jeff Dye is blowing plumes, giant clouds of cigar smoke into the audience members' faces all night. Watch this.
Yeah, they fucked up some shit.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
Another veteran on
Was
the
it a
show.
tough transition for you to come back
at this.
to society? How long were you overseas?
Look at the clouds coming.
I did just one tour of Iraq.
Look at all the smoke.
Not that
here.
long.
See all the smoke?
All right. I
Look
did
at all
6
this smoke.
tours of Australia.
Oh god.
Just
Watch
comedy tours.
I think
see it?
Redbar did a tour of Italy.
Yeah, he did.
You
You
doing
fat
more?
bastard.
Didn't you see his
Redbar did
giant
a tour.
Hold
cloud?
on, look at
Okay.
that. Here's his giant cloud.
All right.
Giant cloud goes.
I
Look
did
where it's going.
6 tours of Australia.
Blasting. All these people are getting hit with a big cloud of smoke. See?
And he's always surprised by his own cloud.
Stop blowing clouds of giant cigar smoke. This is not the time. You do not need a cigar right now.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Just comedy tours.
I think Redbar
Look,
did
you
a
see,
tour.
he had to spit. Do you see that little pussy? He don't like no cigars. We just got you. He took a big puff of cigar and then he went, icky, it's ippy. Look at this. He can barely stomach the cigar. She's getting nauseated. This is why he keeps making this face. Watch him. He takes the big puff of cigar.
Not that long.
Watch this. We catch him.
I did 6 tours.
He's holding it. He's nauseous.
Oh, God.
He's about to puke.
Just comedy tours.
Look at this. Takes his cup.
Red Band did a tour.
Spits in it. He's holding in. He's about to fucking puke. You've all felt that nausea from cigars when you're not supposed to be smoking them. You know, there's a rule. If you want to smoke a cigar, your fingers must be this fat. Get it? If your fingers are not as fat as a penis, you have no business smoking a cigar. All right, what's our next code here?
Okay,
with
actually,
Jeff
I think this is a good final time code.
Right.
015620. So Rick has been acting like this the whole show.
Yeah,
he battles David Lucas, blah, 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 and this is right at the very end.
Okay, 12620.
5620.
15620. Do I have that? Okay, let's see.
Yeah, that's what my cousin's Alexa said, and nobody started. It's weird. It's somebody trying to tell me something. I'm just trying to decipher what it means. Why did they say that?
And you think it was perhaps a Native American ghost that slightly lifted up your shirt a little bit?
I don't know what it is.
The Great
I'm
William.
trying to figure it out, Tony, but I swear to God, it seems like it's somebody from the other side trying to communicate something to me, and I'm just trying to figure out what that is.
Wow.
So I'm kind of on a
Rick
quest
actually,
now.
I don't know if you know this, but Rick actually sometimes can channel spirits. I've seen you do it before.
So Rick is kind of gassed out. He's tired at this point of the show. Now we're at, 2 hours in. He's tired. William's up. It's towards the end of the show. Rick's been hooting and hollering and dancing.
And nobody's been giving him anything.
No,
either.
every time Rick tries a bit, the audience is cold. Tony starts going, "Oh, come on, stop it." Tony's been kicking him and hitting him and saying, shut up, stop it. So Rick's been severely unencouraged to do any sort of comedy, any sort of riffing. And all of a sudden, Tony gets this idea based on William saying that he's got a ghost in his house. Tony throws a bit on Rick Glassman, demanding that he starts a whole improv routine. Watch this.
It's something to me, and I'm just trying to figure out what that is.
Wow.
So I'm kind of on a
Rick
quest
actually,
now.
I don't know if you know this, but Rick actually sometimes can channel spirits. I've seen you do it before. I know you're a little bit shy about it. I don't want to put you on blast or anything, but can you perhaps try to channel a spirit and see?
Look at this.
I wonder if the spirit will
Rick
have a
obviously is
mustache.
not in the mood anymore. Watch Rick on the spot.
Come out and
will
say,
he?
"Hiya,
Yes, and
hiya, hiya."
he doesn't want to do it.
I think I'm just gonna chill out.
Okay.
He doesn't want to
I
be
don't
Tony's.
know how the camera switches are working, but there's about 4 times tonight that Tony, like he's my dad. He goes like this.
Look at that.
and
He's mouthing, "Stop doing this."
And look at how mad Tony is.
Yeah,
that
look
he's
how
saying
mad Tony gets. He goes, "I don't know if the camera's on it, but 4 times tonight, Tony's been telling me to shut the fuck up."
Tonight that Tony, like he's my dad. He goes like this. And I'm like, and every time I'm like,
"Ooh."
am I coming in too hot? And now I'm gonna do a spirit bit.
Yeah, you relax for a few minutes.
Please, Rick, I need help, man. Seriously.
Come on, will you please help? How many of you think Rick should help William right now?
Seriously.
Look at these people. Look at them. They want
Please,
it.
Rick, I'm not doing good, man. Please help me. And seriously, after this, if you want to play Call of Duty, you could also do this at the apartment later, too.
Oh, maybe I will play that black guy in basketball.
Cam.
No, but the thing is, I don't want to make a. I do that stuff sometimes.
You do that stuff.
All right,
do.
Lucas, lay it on me. Play some cherry pie again.
Whoop, mocking.
It's okay. You don't actually have to play cherry pie.
Ooh, he's getting
I don't want to
mad.
make a joke out of talking to spirits because if I don't see anybody, then it's going to waste everybody's time. I have a feeling. I have a feeling.
He's trying to get out of it.
It was the girlfriend who was sitting next to you who lifted your shirt.
That is a great prediction. How do you know that's not the case?
Because it wasn't. She did it. I didn't feel anything.
So-
and I'm laying and I could have
He's
seen it.
floundering.
Do you
pulled
think
my
that a
shirt
Native American wanted to just see the
Native
side
American
of
ghost.
I don't know what it is.
That is the problem with ghosts. It's
Okay,
so
wait,
subtle.
go ahead
I know.
to 020020.
020020. Okay.
And
Other
as
than
revenge,
Alexa and
Tony
your shirt
ends
lip.
the show on a Rick bomb.
Ooh, okay. Tony wraps up the show right after a nice Glassman bomb.
Lifting up. Has there been anything else? Did you feel somebody poke your hauntus or something like that?
I wish, but no, I have not.
Did your Lando Lakes melt quickly or something like that?
No, it's just literally those two things. So I'm trying to just put it all together. It's kind of hard.
All right.
I have a thought.
Yes, Rick Glassman.
I don't know for sure, but you could ask maybe this ghost to tell you a joke and see if it's
Wait.
corny or not.
Wait, cut this. Is something burning? What the fuck? The flags are on fire! Ah! We gotta cut to break. We'll be right back. I don't think you could burn a flag anymore.